Tonight we explore a truth often overlooked in a world obsessed with daytime routines and quick fixes. The skin's most profound transformation never happens under bright lights or during busy hours. It unfolds quietly in the intimacy of night. The theme of this video is exquisitely simple and yet deeply powerful. A 7-minute night routine designed not to force change, but to guide your skin back to its natural rhythm of repair. Calm, because these 7 minutes are not a task, but an exhale. A moment where your nervous system softens and your face follows. In this calmness, tension releases, micro muscles relax, and the day's emotional weight gently slips away. Inspire. Because when you gift yourself this short window of intention, you awaken something quietly profound, the idea that aging can be shaped, softened and slowed through presence rather than pressure. Reveal. Science whispers this truth beautifully. Nighttime is when cellular restoration accelerates. Collagen rebuilds, the skin's barrier strengthens, and hydration returns with grace. What you do just before sleep becomes the signal your body listens to most clearly. With only a few guided minutes, you can enhance this natural symphony of repair. Reflect. Imagine ending each day with a ritual that honors who you've been, while preparing you to meet the morning with a softer glow, a calmer expression, and a renewed sense of self. This is not merely skincare, it is emotional restoration, woven into 7 quiet minutes. Designed to help you rise younger than you were when you closed your eyes. Hello everyone, and welcome back to this space of calm intention and graceful renewal. I'm grateful you're here, returning once again to a place where aging is not feared, but understood, softened, and shaped with quiet elegance. Calm as you settle into this moment. Let the noise of the day dissolve a little. Let the breath deepen, the shoulders drop, and the mind become still enough to receive something nourishing. Inspire. Because tonight, we're exploring a ritual that carries more meaning than its simplicity suggests. A ritual that asks almost nothing of you, yet gives so much in return. A mere 7 minutes, small enough to fit into any life, yet powerful enough to transform how you greet the morning. Reveal. This video will guide you into the subtle world of nighttime renewal, where the skin listens more closely, where the body repairs more deeply, and where the right actions, done slowly and intentionally, can shift the entire trajectory of how we age. You'll discover why these final minutes before sleep matter, how they influence your cellular repair, and how they set the tone for your skin's overnight recovery. Reflect. So as we begin, I invite you to think of tonight not as a tutorial, but as a return to gentleness, to presence, to the quiet luxury of caring for yourself without rush or noise. This is your moment, a sanctuary woven into words, guiding you toward a softer, smoother, more luminous tomorrow. Tonight's journey centers around a single, elegant idea. A 7-minute night routine that gently supports your skin's natural ability to restore itself while you sleep. Not a trend, not a product list, but a philosophy, a way of preparing your face and your inner world for the healing rhythm of night. Calm, because the truth is simple: when the world grows quiet, your skin begins its most important work. The day's tension, expressions, and environmental stresses gradually loosen their hold, and the body shifts into its restorative state. Inspire. A routine, even a brief one, becomes a ritual when you move through it with intention. When each gesture is slow, deliberate, graceful. When you touch your skin not as a task, but as an act of care. In 7 minutes, you create a transition from urgency to stillness, from stimulation to serenity. Reveal. And this is where the magic lies. These minutes before sleep are a signal, one your skin responds to with remarkable intelligence. A warm cleanse awakens circulation. Gentle massage invites lymphatic flow. A calming serum or oil becomes more than a product, it becomes a message to your cells. It's time to repair. Nighttime is when collagen rebuilds, when hydration returns from deeper layers, when skin recovers from the day's quiet micro-stresses. This small ritual amplifies that natural restoration. Reflect. So as we move deeper into this evening's exploration, remember, it's not the length of the routine that transforms you. It's the presence within it. 7 minutes, offered softly, can shape the way tomorrow greets your reflection. When we speak of wrinkles, we're never truly speaking about lines on the skin. We're speaking about life, about the years we've carried, the emotions we've held, the stories we've lived through quietly. Calm, because beneath every fine line lies a moment. Joy, disappointment, love, loss, laughter, that shaped you. The skin remembers everything. It holds experience the way trees hold rings, subtly, delicately, beautifully. Inspire. And yet there comes a time when we long not to erase these stories, but to soften the echoes of fatigue surrounding them. To ease the tension we didn't realize we wore. To reclaim a sense of grace in how our reflection meets us at the end of the day. A nighttime ritual becomes more than skincare. It becomes self-kindness. It becomes an invitation to return to yourself after a day spent giving your energy away. Reveal, this is why these 7 minutes matter. Not because they promise perfection, but because they restore connection. Because the simple act of touching your face with intention tells your body, you are safe now, you can release, you can renew. It shifts the emotional landscape of your evening, transforming the mirror from a place of critique to a place of compassion. Reflect. So tonight's routine is not just about reversing wrinkles. It's about dissolving the tension behind them. It's about honoring the woman or man you've become, while giving your skin the softness it deserves. A ritual of presence, a ritual of peace, a ritual of returning home to yourself before the night carries you gently into rest. Science, when spoken softly, reveals something beautiful about the night. It is the body's preferred hour for healing. Calm, as the world dims and your breath deepens, your nervous system shifts into parasympathetic mode, the state of restoration. In this quiet biological transition, your skin becomes more receptive, more open, more willing to renew. Inspire, think of it like a symphony. During the day, your skin is in defense, shielding, protecting, responding. But at night, the orchestra changes. Repair becomes the melody, restoration becomes the rhythm, and those 7 minutes you gift yourself become the conductor, guiding each part of the skin into harmony. Reveal, this is not complicated science. It's elegant simplicity. A circulation increases as the body warms, delivering nutrients where they're needed. A cell turnover rises, allowing tired, damaged cells to release their hold. A collagen synthesis accelerates, subtly firming and renewing the skin's foundation. A moisture loss intensifies, which is why the right hydration before sleep becomes so deeply impactful. A cortisol declines, softening the daily stress etched into the face. Your nightly ritual becomes a whisper your biology understands, telling your cells, now is the time to restore. Reflect. When you move gently through your 7-minute routine, warming the skin, massaging with grace, breathing slowly, you are not just applying products. You are aligning with your body's natural intelligence. You are meeting science halfway. You are giving your skin the environment it needs to heal you beautifully. From the inside out, while you sleep. Inside the quiet halls of a world-class longevity clinic, there is an understanding shared among the experts who dedicate their lives to studying the art and science of aging gracefully. It's a truth spoken not loudly, but with a knowing calm. The most youthful clients are the ones who honor their evenings. Calm, walk through any treatment wing at night, and you'll notice something subtle. The most radiant patients, the ones whose skin seems to glow from within, carry a certain serenity about them. They don't rush. They don't force. Their nights are rituals, not routines, transitions rather than tasks. Inspired doctors often say that what happens in the final minutes before sleep has more influence on the skin than any serum or procedure. Because those minutes determine how the body enters rest, how the nervous system settles, and how deeply cellular repair will unfold in the hours to come. Reveal. Within the clinic, we see the difference clearly. Clients who practice an intentional nightly rhythm, warm cleansing, mindful touch, slow breathing, show accelerated improvement in every treatment plan. Their skin responds faster, their recovery deepens, their overall glow becomes unmistakable. It's as if their bodies learn to trust the night again. Reflect, and so, the message whispered through these polished corridors is simple. Even the most advanced therapies become more powerful when paired with presence. 7 minutes of stillness each night, executed with elegance and care, can amplify months of professional work, because true longevity isn't built in the clinic alone. It's built in the quiet, intentional sacred moments you give yourself before sleep. I remember a client, a woman of quiet elegance, the kind whose presence feels like a whisper rather than a declaration. She arrived at the clinic not seeking perfection, but peace. What she longed for most was a way to end her days gently, to soften the fatigue etched into her expression. Calm, she described her night routine as if it were a ritual carved from stillness. A warm cloth pressed to her face, steam rising softly, her shoulders dropping inch by inch as the day dissolved from her skin. There was nothing hurried, nothing forced. Just a slow return to herself. Inspire, she told me the moment she began massaging her face with slow, circular strokes, she felt something unexpected, her breath deepen, as if her skin and her spirit were exhaling together. And in that exhale, as she remembered what tenderness toward herself felt like. Reveal, within weeks, her skin changed. Yes, it became more luminous, more even, more rested. But the transformation that struck us most wasn't physical. It was the quiet radiance she carried into the clinic each morning. A softness around the eyes, a looseness in her jaw, a glow that said, I have returned to my body. Reflect, she once said something I've never forgotten. My nights became the place where I began aging backward. Not because of what I used, but because of how gently I treated myself. Her 7-minute ritual became a sanctuary, a place where healing wasn't forced, but invited. And every evening, In that little window of time, she rediscovered her own light. There's a moment each night just before the world fully settles, when everything grows honest. The room is dim, the noise fades, and you find yourself standing in front of a mirror that no longer asks for performance, only presence. Calm. In that fragile stillness, you may notice things you overlooked all day. The faint crease of concentration between your brows, the softness in your cheeks, the quiet resilience in your eyes, and perhaps a part of you wishes the reflection felt just a little more rested, a little more at peace. Inspire. I've often found that the most profound transformations begin here, in this intimate, private moment when you finally meet yourself without distraction. There is something sacred about washing away the weight of the day, something healing about choosing tenderness instead of critique. When your hands move slowly across your skin, you're not just tending to the face you show the world. You're tending to the part of you that carries every memory, every emotion, every unspoken hope. Reveal. A 7-minute night routine becomes powerful, not because of its steps, but because of its meaning. It becomes a promise to yourself: I will end my day with grace, no matter how the hours unfolded. Your skin listens to this promise. Your breath listens. Your nervous system listens. And slowly, night after night, renewal becomes your rhythm. Reflect. Perhaps that is the quiet truth we forget. Aging is not only biological, it is emotional. And every evening, with just a few soft gestures, you can choose a gentler way forward, a way that honors who you are and who you are becoming. Even in the most advanced clinics, the future of youthful skin is not only in creams or serums, but in the subtle dance of innovation and biology. Technology whispers in harmony with nature, not against it. Calm. Imagine lights tuned to circadian rhythms, gentle warmth that encourages circulation, devices that mimic the body's own healing signals. The air hums quietly, subtly aligned with the pulse of restoration. These are not gimmicks, but extensions of what your body already seeks during the night. Inspire. Advanced therapies, microcurrent stimulation, bioharmonic touch, soft infrared treatments, work not as a replacement for care, but as a guide. They teach the cells to wake to restoration, to respond to touch, pressure, and presence. Each innovation, when paired with intention, amplifies the body's innate rhythm of renewal. Reveal. Yet the most profound technology remains the simplest: your presence. 7 mindful minutes before sleep, a gentle massage, a deliberate hydration, slow, deep breathing. These are the signals your body hears most clearly. The devices, the lights, the therapies, they enhance, but they cannot replace the elegance of intention. Reflect. So as you consider the future of your skin, remember this quiet truth: the greatest innovation lies within you. Science can illuminate the path, technology can support the journey, but your own touch, your own rhythm, your own care, these are the most transformative tools of all. Each night, every small, deliberate gesture becomes a partnership with your body, a poetic collaboration between modern innovation and timeless human wisdom. Close your eyes for a moment, and imagine the years ahead not as a slow erosion, but as a quiet unfolding of grace. A future where your reflection mirrors vitality, where your skin carries the memory of care, rest, and intention rather than fatigue and worry. Calm. The night becomes your ally, not your backdrop. Each evening's ritual, simple, deliberate, unhurried, shapes tomorrow's radiance. The soft touch of your hands, the warmth of water, the mindful rhythm of breathing, all become instruments in the symphony of renewal. Inspire. Picture mornings where you awaken to your own gentle luminosity. Eyes that hold softness, cheeks that glow with quiet health, lips and lines that speak of experience, yes, but also of resilience. This is not fantasy, it is a possibility grounded in choice, presence, and reverence for the body's natural rhythms. Reveal. Every 7-minute ritual, repeated night after night, compounds into decades of subtle transformation. The skin remembers these gestures of care, the nervous system integrates them, and the mind learns to meet itself with gentleness. In this vision, aging is no longer a tide that sweeps us helplessly forward, but a landscape we traverse with elegance and intention. Reflect. And so, the future is not something that happens to you. It is something you co-create one evening, one quiet gesture, one thoughtful breath at a time. It is a life where science, ritual, and human presence converge, where the art of aging gracefully becomes your most exquisite, lived masterpiece. And tonight your journey toward that luminous, serene future begins. 7 minutes at a time. As the night deepens, take a moment to feel the quiet work you've done. Those 7 minutes, though brief, ripple far beyond the skin. They reach the muscles, the nerves, the cells, and even the heart. Calmness has been invited, and renewal has begun. Calm. There is grace in this stillness, a softness in the way the body carries itself, a pause where tension unravels, and you are allowed to simply be. The day's weight is shed gently as though your own hands have smoothed it away. Inspire. Consider how small, deliberate gestures can shift everything. The warmth of a cloth, the gentle sweep of a fingertip, the mindful attention to hydration, these are not chores. They are acts of reverence. A nightly promise to yourself that the end of the day can be just as beautiful as the beginning. Reveal, and as these rituals compound, something subtle emerges: a rhythm, a presence, a quiet dialogue between you and your body. The skin responds with softness, the face awakens with luminosity, and the mind learns that rest is not passive, but restorative. Reflect, so tonight when you close your eyes, remember this: the power to shape your mornings. Your skin, your sense of self, lies in the stillness you cultivate. 7 minutes of mindful care repeated with grace can shift decades of wear, tension, and fatigue into moments of renewal. This is more than a routine. It is a quiet reclaiming of your elegance, your vitality, your very essence.